Like the funny thing is if you're gonna show everybody that you're bought and paid for, that's fine. But the way they flaunt it is so wild. And to see all of this happening in real time and nobody involved with this trial is going and researching or investigating any of these people, it's kind of disgusting. So, like the stuff that Dave Chappelle is doing right now, for me, it's just what it sounds like to me is that they took the bullet points of everything that they were trying to push during the trial and they gave it to you to do this beautiful monologue, trying to make it seem like, yeah, because government is after the black man and whatever. And I've never really, really, really spoken out against Dave Chappelle. Like I said, I had a lot of admiration for him when he turned down the 40 million with Comedy Central once upon a time ago.
I remember that.
Yeah. I guess he changed his mind when they made it 60 million in Netflix. And now Charlemagne is getting 200 million out of Netflix. He's getting more than the rest of these niggas.
No, for real.
And who the fuck is Charlemagne? Wendy Williams' sidekick that he allegedly helped stab her in the back. I mean, and he got a whole child case, G. He's got a whole stat great case. Like all these people are weird and sick and got a lot of fucked off shit going on. But everybody's getting rewarded. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that grand? Everybody's getting paid. I'm sure Joe Budden is losing his mind. That
Mm.
20 million that he got out of Patreon is looking like chump change compared to what Charlemagne got going on over there.
Mm. You
I
know,
don't know, maybe running around butt naked in the middle of the night, banging on doors, fucked it up for him. I don't know.
oh, now episode 2 of that documentary. It was titled "What Goes Down Must Come Up,"
Mm-hmm.
and they're referencing what Diddy was saying as far as
Mm-hmm.
what goes up must come down, and what
Yeah.
comes down must go up.
Yeah.
And you're speaking of these other individuals, and yes, they have had some dark days. Um, are they not?
Dark days.
It
Can
seems
you
like
call them dark days if you're able to elude them, never fully, thoroughly be investigated for them, never have to go to court, be tried, or go to jail like everybody else has to when they do crazy stuff?
it sounds like they skipped the dark days.
Yeah, I think a bad lunch is what we should call it. They had a
Mm.
couple bad lunches.
Do you feel there's redemption in these stories with Diddy? He feels like there is another up for him. He feels like this is a downtime. It will rise, or at least he thought at the time it will rise. Some of these other guys, they feel like, hey, there should be a redemption story whenever these things, hit their worst.
Redemption? Like, see, this is the thing when it comes to redemption. It's like the whole forgiveness thing and all of this and all of that. There has to be atonement. You need to atone for your sins, for your crimes, in order for forgiveness and redemption to be able to come into place. See, atonement means I was wrong. I did this. Has Diddy really taken responsibility for anything that he's ever been charged with? And he's been charged with a lot of stuff.
Mm.
Like, you can't go on a forgiveness tour when you're busy still trying to evade responsibility. Like, how do you say that? I'm sorry, but I didn't do it. I'm very sorry for everything that I didn't do. How does that work? How do you not accept responsibility and atone? Because you can't do that. That's just not possible. Because see, in order for them to actually atone for their sins, they would have to take responsibility for their sins. And then if you take responsibility for your sins, then you can be found guilty of the crimes you've committed. See, these people aren't sorry. So there is no real redemption. What there is stealing justice away from your victims. What there is getting away with red rum. What there is showing mass public that if you have enough money, you can get away with anything.
Hey,
And I don't see how that's good for our society. I don't see how that's good for our country. Look at our country. Look at, I mean, can you look at what's going on right now? And we're right here on the heels of Christmas. You've got Rob Reiner and his wife massacred in their home by their son. You've got the one of the creators of Call of Duty playing pole position on dangerous roads and then crashed his way up out of here. You got, have you been paying attention to the stuff that's going on?
oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Like it's wild out here in this world right now. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, you know, there was one thing that they said. I think it was one of the girls from the Diddy's groups saying that Diddy was there for 14 days on end doing all
Yeah,
kind of drugs. He called
you're
it the
talking
bad
about
boy.
Kalina Harper,
Kalina Harper. Is
married to a Diddy minion.
correct. Um,
Like
she
I'm
said,
still not understanding how people ain't looking at everything that comes out of her mouth as coerced. When one of Diddy's number one loyal minions is her husband that has her in court, dangling her children in front of her face. Constantly. They've been in custody battles forever.
mm,
You want to know the other thing that I don't understand? How she was sitting there talking about all of the pharmaceuticals that they had around and how it was the bad boy way, and couldn't nobody notice she was tweaking throughout her entire interview.
yeah, strawberry cocaine, pink cocaine, rainbow drop,
Tuesday.
tooth,
Yeah.
the bad boy way.
That's the bad boy way.
Like, were designer drugs always a thing? Was what happened to just regular, just weed? Like,
Like I said to you before, sitting on that couch, when did high not get high enough?
for,
When did high not get high enough? These people got to take it to another level and another level. They got to take it to Mars, and then Mars. Once they get to Mars, they looking for Pluto. They out of control. It's this. This is insane. This is insane. But what I'm really not understanding is how people are coming forward and now admitting that other celebrities were involved in these parties. But that's wild because Toure sat here online and said no other celebrities were involved. And then I'm a liar. No other celebrities were involved. I'm a liar. It
yeah,
was just Diddy and Cassie and a couple of the girls. No other celebrities.
yeah, how did we miss where Little Rod showed footage of him and Cuba Gooding in the Red Room? And that, like, where's Cuba in the documentary? Where's Cuba during the
Nowhere.
trial?
No, where's Stevie J?
Where's Stevie J?
Where's Steven Jordan? We should turn it into like one of those cartoons, like Where's Waldo? And see if we can find him in that goofy ass smile. Where are these people? Because Stephen Jordan was at the house on Star Island where all of those weird, crazy things was happening in the Little Rod when the house got raided. Y'all remember?
Yeah.
He was there for the raid. So how was he there for the raid and he wasn't in the documentary? How? French Montana made the cut. He was on video from with the Goodwin and Rodney Jones, and no Stephen Jordan. Nothing. Nothing.
I-
Real life.